My point to you today is that the way that you see the world changes everything, and it can change everything for you, especially if you're trying to find momentum in your life and you can't figure out why it's not working. It might be the lens through which you're seeing the world. Think about like this scenario here. Imagine that there's two different guys that have the same job and they both lose their job at the same exact time. Now, the first guy looks at the world through the lens of victim. And so he sees losing his job as, of course I did. Nothing ever goes my way. Nothing ever works out for me. God must be against me. Here we go again. The second guy, though, the believer, the Christian man with a strong mind and a strong view of the world says, man, that sucks. But you know what? If God closes this door, I can't wait to see what he has for me on the other side. It's just this completely different view of the exact same circumstances. It's the same event, but it's a completely different outcome because of how they see the world, right? How you see the world changes everything about you. It changes the direction that you walk. It changes the way that you feel internally. It changes the way that you make other people feel. And today I want to talk about the fact that you have a lens through how you're seeing the world. And you might be guy number one that sees everything as, of course, here we go again, the victim or the victor, the guy who walks with God and says, you know what? I don't understand all of these things, but I know who is running the show and I know that I'm his, right? Completely different lens, completely different view of the world. And those people experience life completely different. Your worldview is maybe the most important thing about you because how you see dictates how you walk, and where you walk is going to lead you to certain places. And those places or those destinations that you end up at will cause you to go, man, I'm so glad that I ended up here. Or how did I get here? How did I end up so far away from where I was hoping that I could go? If you backtrack both of those, they take you to the way that you thought, the way that you saw the world, and it translated into how you walked and how you lived your life. Your worldview, the way that you see, the lens through which you look, is how you learn to understand life. And it's what you deeply believe. There's a belief that comes with the way that you view the world. And what's strange about it, why I want you to slow this down today, is because this isn't a conscious thought that we have. We don't walk around consciously thinking this way. You have to stop and bring it to the forefront. You've got to bring this idea today about how you're looking at the world, the lens through which you're seeing your circumstances, the way that you are seeing life unfold. You've got to stop and pause and bring that to the forefront so that you can analyze it and go, is this working or not? Am I on the right path or not? Am I seeing things the right way? Your worldview is the way that you're going to interpret what's happening around you. And again, the victim is the guy that says, man, things are always against me. Life is against me. Circumstances are against me. Nothing goes my way. The biblical man says, I wonder what God's up to here. What a different way of approaching life. Your view of either victim or victor is what drives your life, and it makes all the difference in the reactions that you have to it. It makes all the difference in the way that you talk to yourself about certain things, right? It changes the way that you live your life, the habits that you form, and the choices that you make. Again, it all stems from the way you view the world. Now, the inner script of the negative guy, and you probably know guys like this. This is the guy that plays the victim. This is the guy that says, I can't do that. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the background. I don't have the means. I don't have something. And in fact, whatever it is, there's always something that guy doesn't have. He needs to have a tough conversation with his wife. Maybe he wants to join a men's group. He is dealing with a struggle. And the only thing he can think in every one of those situations is, why even try? I'm just going to fail again. I'm just a failure or whatever. I don't have what it takes. And so he doesn't try. He backs away. He throws a fit, throws a pity party. This is all stemming from what? how he views the world. How about this? This guy is the one that thinks, you know what, if my wife would do the things that I thought I told her she should do or she should know how to do or whatever it is, then everything would be better if she would do her part better, right? If she, and it's like this blame game. The victim is always blaming somebody else. It's the husband waiting on his wife to change her mood instead of him changing his. He's looking for respect rather than giving her love, right? He's waiting for her to initiate and be the most mature because he doesn't want to do that himself. The victim, the victim, the victim. Why? Because it's how he views the world. And in fact, it's probably how he views every relationship. It's not just a husband-wife thing. He's probably like that with his kids. He's probably like that with his coworkers. He's like that with God and everybody in between, right? Or he's the guy that says, you know what? It's not my fault. This guy who sees the world through the lens of victim says, it's the boss. It's culture. It's my cell phone that tempts me. It's the church's problem. It's the schedule. If my schedule was better, if I had more money, it's not my fault. It's the kids. It's the phone. It's the algorithm. It's somebody else. It's everything else. This is the guy that never takes ownership. He never looks at himself in the mirror, right? He sees the world through a certain lens, and it says it's always somebody else's fault. He keeps losing his jobs, and he's, man, everywhere I go, these people suck. What's going on? And he doesn't have enough wherewithal to go, wait a minute. If this keeps happening, it's probably me. He sees the world in a different lens. It's the guy that says, you know what, this is just how I am. This is just me. I'm just wired this way. I'm just an angry guy. I've always had a temper like this. Or I'm the guy that I'm probably going to always deal with this lust. I'll never get rid of this. Do you know that the devil would love for you to say those things with whatever your issue is? I'm just built this way. I can't change. There's nothing I could do to try, so why try? He loves for you to be there. The devil loves for you to be thinking that way. Why? Because how you see the world changes the way you live. It changes the way you react. It changes the way you do everything in your life. It changes the way you handle discouragement and disappointment and doubt, right? If you see life through the negative lens of a victim, you're going to struggle to change. And it won't matter how good the speaker is. It won't matter how much you read your Bible. It won't matter how much you make attempts to try to change in your own efforts, whatever it might be. I don't know. What I'm telling you is that if you're that guy today that's struggling to change, this is why I feel like this conversation could be life-changing and life-giving to you. But it's going to take some courage to look into the mirror and realize that your struggle to get where you want to go, probably in many areas of your life, is because of the way that you think. And why do you think that way? Because it's how you've trained yourself to see the world. How you see things impacts how you do things.